Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Come on screen. There you go. Good. And then the last thing I need to set up is the camera settings. And I also need to turn my fan on because my door is shut, which means it's going to get very hot in here. Because of aforementioned little robot running around. Okay, good. We're ready. So anyway, how are you all doing? Hope you're having an excellent Sunday. My Sunday so far has been cleaning and doing laundry, as I mentioned. Anyway, we're going to be doing a new game because actually let's just take a very quick look at the factions.
Starts here.
So we are going to be up against the Drow Elves, led by Kriveth. Tome of Roots, Drow Elves, Elfkin, Underground Adaptation, Keen-Sighted, Dread Spider Mounts, Weak Constitution, Dark, Ruthless Raiders, and Umbral Disciples. Then we have Silabrathiel of the Wood Elves, Tome of Beasts, Wood Elf, Elfkin, Keen-Sighted, Quick Reflexes, Sharp Eyes, Primal, Sylvan Wolf, Fabled Hunters, Devious Watchers. And then we also have the Rock Gnomes, led by Eldrin Shieldway, and this creation you did not see yesterday, as I did this after the stream. But they are Tome of Rock, Rock Gnomes, Halfling, Underground Adaptation, Resilient, Oh, there's two Resilients. Oh no, it's Resilient and Resistant. They are Industrious Culture, and I did stand here, like, thinking, are they Industrious? Are they Mythic? Are Mystic? Are they Architects? I eventually settled on Industrious, because I think it does ultimately suit them the best, but I didn't want them to be too similar to the Dwarves, but they're Tinkerers after all. Ancient Wise Ones and Great Builders, and those are the three. So we are now going to create the North Humans. We'll spawn in with these. Probably will be us and the Wood Elves on the surface, the Drow Elves and the Rock Gnomes underground, and there will be an Umbral setting as well. I don't know whether that means the Wood Elves will be in the Umbral start. Sorry, the Drow Elves. Because they are Umbral Disciples. But they do also have the Underground Adaptation. So we'll see. I have no idea. And yeah, I did notice that the Rock Gnomes have Halfling feet. Not much I can do about that. I was either going to use the Halfling characterization or the Dwarven characterization, and I felt the Halfling was just closer to what the Gnomes were. I've given them the very pointy ears which Gnomes tend to have and Halflings tend to not have. I did the best I could, in other words. We could also have Zoral the Conqueror if we wanted to throw in another faction. Nah, this will do. Okay, so we are going to do a new game.
Choose your destination.
We're going to create a realm, because this is going to be the Feywild. We're going to customize it, absolutely. This is coastal, technically. Although there's not an area that the boat humans got to, particularly. No, you know what? This has nothing to do with the coast. I think we're just going to do single landmass. Pangaea is going to be single enormous landmass with ocean. No. This is landmass. Climate. We want to have overgrown realm. This is the Feywild. And then inhabitants. megafauna or rampant flora? I mean, both. I don't think it's megafauna. They're not big. We just have a lot of flora. The wildlands. Wildlands, I think, is actually even better. And then presence is probably going to be none. And then we have miscellaneous traits. The other thing we need to do is turn off score. Well, let's come back to that. But remind me to turn score off, because screw that. We're still doing the realm. We have underground, explorative underground. Underground in this realm is a labyrinth of tunnels and small caverns filled with treasure, but not as suitable for settling. No, I'd say that here they are settling. And this is the Underdark, so this probably is Umbral Abyss as opposed to Subdued. City-states, there probably aren't many. So I think we just leave this as normal. Oh, here we go. Free cities are rare. Probably regenerating infestations. And I think the rest is just left as normal. Chaotic influence. Chaotic energies make emotions run high. Strategic eternal rulers gain stacking negative empire relation modifier. That just means that basically constant warfare, which is not what we want. Untouched. Blessed fields. No, I think touched is alright. It's really the abyss that I'm wondering about. Do we want subdued? No, because the drow make use of the abyss. And I do kind of want them to be stronger. This isn't right after the cataclysm. I mean, thematically this would be basically when the rock gnomes emerge, but it's around that era. Map size medium. There are only 4 players. Drow, wood elves, rock gnomes, North humans. I do kind of feel like there should probably be a 5th faction. which we may need to create. Or we'll add the goblins, although they come later. The other ones that make sense would be the forest gnomes. Let's load up the map and just take another quick look. This also gives you a bit more context as to the region that we're talking about here. Although let's not use that one because that's after the goblins arrive. Let's do the one just preceding the goblins, which is 400 BC. Okay, so we're in this area. We have the North humans, the rock gnomes. Yeah, forest gnomes do really make sense in this region. The drow, potentially Goliaths, and Verbig. I would say the Goliaths are too far north, but the Verbigs and the forest gnomes for this region do make sense. Alright, so we're going to need to create 2 more factions. But that's fine, because we can save this. And there's actually going to be 6 players after all of that. And this is going to be very wild. Can I create a ruler
Your journey
from here?
starts here.
Excellent. Okay, so this is going to be us. We can also make one of them hard. I think we'll probably make the drow hard.
Your
So
journey
let's start with drow elves
starts
first of all.
here. Your journey starts here.
Then we have Eldrin. Oh, because I already have black. Okay. Then we have
Your journey starts here.
you. And then we need to create the forest gnomes and the Verbig.
Your journey starts here. What is your
So,
people's
forest gnomes are going to be halfling. Traits-wise, probably very similar to the rock gnomes, except not underground. So they are resilient, resistant, maybe elusive. Yes, definitely elusive. Okay, that was easy.
What is their origin?
They're going to be
culture?
primal. And also Sylvan Wolf.
What defines their society?
Now this is a good question. Fabled hunters for sure. Although I kind of feel like the forest gnomes would be more living in unison with animals as opposed to hunting. Talented collectors makes more sense. And probably devious watchers. They do like their seclusion.
Choose your first tome of magic.
They would also be Tome of Beasts, just like the Wood Elves, whom they are the most influenced by.
What is your ruler's origin?
Who would lead them? That's another good question. A giant? No, I don't think so. It's either a champion or a wizard king. They are more magic inclined than the rock gnomes, who are led by a champion, so I think these will be a wizard king. Kind of again similar to the wood elves.
Reveal yourself.
And this will be either a battle saint or a ritualist. Ritualist, I think. But where the wood elves are matriarchal, I think that the forest gnomes will be patriarchal. They're gnomes, they're small. Put all of those down. The skin tone, I think they're going to be trending more green. Head, definitely want pointy ears. I think they're going to have slightly smaller heads. Looks a bit more in line. And then hair should be as messy as possible. Which is probably that one, but he's going to look a lot like Eldran. Let's do that one. Beard. Yeah, let's do that. Hair color. I'm going to make you look a bit older. Outfit. I think honestly what you were using was okay. Let's go with that one. Helmet. Something relatively simplistic. Same as the elves. Cape. That's way too fancy. I think something simplistic like this. Armor color, more green. And the race. Army skin color was we can go with brown. Body shape we leave as is. Physique is tiny. Hair color tends to be in the greys. Horse skin. They would use horse. Actually, no, these would probably use wolves. Just littler wolves. Okay, and then the crest. Green and red. Symbol that is, but I actually kind of like it. I'm going to stick with that. That works. Warlocks are undead, is the problem with the Warlock. The Ritualist is like summoning animals. Warlock is summoning undead.
Your journey begins.
Okay, then this is where we get started on the ChatGPT bits. Now we're looking at the forest gnomes. These are gnomes which emerged from the vaults earlier and came under the tutelage of the Wood Elves, learning to live in harmony with the upper boughs of the Feywild, although they are more likely to go into the Underdark than the... They kind of live between the two. Emerged from the vaults before the Rockkin, driven by curiosity and inability to stay confined. Early contact with Wood Elf shaped them, blending gnomish ingenuity with elven reverence for the wild. Never fully abandoned the Djinn heritage, where magic becomes more subtle and nature-focused. Harmony over mastery. They touch tricksters, keepers of the threshold. Ooh, that's actually kind of a cool name for their faction. Guardians of the in-between, where light fades but darkness does not yet dominate. Bark like skin tones. I didn't even think of that. But that kind of makes more sense, yeah. This is good. Let's come up with a leader of the Forest Gnomes. A well-respected elder who is in touch with nature's spirits, but is not as ancient as the Wood Elf ruler. Moss Wisp. Green Mantle. Green Mantle feels more leadery. Fairlin Green Mantle. I quite like that. Why are the Frost Forest Gnomes being so easy to make? This is weird. Usually there's a lot more back and forth, but here it's just like that one, that one, that one. Oops, that's the sun. Green Mantle. And the race name we actually looked at previously was the Keepers of the Threshold. Although the race, this is the race. Well, the race is the faction that they're playing as in this. And then the Throne City. Willow Bark also freaking works. But I'm kind of curious what capital city names ChatGPT would come up with. Mossmire. Oh, I do like Mossmire too. Mossmire. Wild Guardian works too. Okay, then we need to choose their personality. They are probably harmonious sages. They just like being friendly with basically everyone. Oh, and then the ruler ambition. For you, probably explorer? No. Shepherd. Evolve or promote a unit. They necessarily do evolution things. Maybe not. Make you a defender. Okay, so we need to make a note of all of this in Wild Anvil. Alright, so we go to here. And then we have the names. Scroll down to the bottom where I've been storing all of this bit. These are going to be the forest gnomes. We've got Berlin, Green Mantle, Respected Elder of the Keepers of the Threshold. And then we also have towns and cities. And this is the forest gnomes. There's nothing really to say about Mossmire. It's just capital of forest gnomes. I haven't really come up with anything more complex or interesting than that yet. Onwards. Okay, so we got Balin Greenmantle. And then the last faction we wanted to add were the
Your journey
Verbigs,
starts here.
which are gonna be similar to the Ogre Kingdoms, and yet still distinct.
What is your people's form?
No, honestly, Verbigs are just massive humans. They're not ogres. I don't think they particularly have any adaptations. They're strong. Hardy. This is a faction that we've really not touched, even in the main game, in the main setting. Tenacious, maybe?
What is their origin culture?
Probably barbarian. Certainly barbarian.
What defines their society?
So Verbigs kind of have the middle ground between humans and giants. But we've decided nothing about their origin, nothing about their background, nothing about any of this stuff. Honestly, it's just because Verbig is just such a funny name that I came across them in D&D. I put them on the map and then forgot about them. I think they probably are hoarders. And they like eating stuff. Maybe hunters? They're not evil, they're just like the very definition of neutral. They're not ruthless raiders. Not really imperialists. They are mercenaries. Let's make them mercenaries.
Choose your first tome of magic.
Not faith. Not zeal. Not tentacle. Cryomancy, necromancy, warding. Evocation, pyromancy. Maybe horde. Not discipline. Not alchemy. Probably horde.
What is your ruler's origin?
Origin, I'm going to say, is a giant king. It's just going to be a very small giant king. And you are 100% rock giant. The Verbigs basically are rock giants.
Reveal yourself.
Okay. So the ruler of the Verbig, I think, would be a warrior with a big ass axe. Verbig are quite small in giant terms. Skin color a bit more pink, I think. Skin decor. Which kind of works. Let's go with tattoos. That pose seems pretty good. A bit more on the squat side. I actually quite like the model for him. Definitely want to get rid of the weird ass, whatever that is. I mean, probably armored. He is a warrior. Looks a bit too medieval, though. Too feudal. Quite... maybe. Okay, then the race. Are just very, very tall. Very, very big. Skin color, more human. More Western, I should say. Because they're from the north. Body shape. That. Voice override. Do we have anything which is like giantish? Orc will work. Physique. Now they're just massive. I think one up. Body shape might be a bit overdoing it. That just looks human. I think that is right. Yeah. Armor color. I would say they're probably still primarily like Bronze Age. Hair color. Brown? Brown. What would they ride? They're from the plains. I can see them riding boar. They would have to be absolutely massive boar. I think it's got to be horses. It's more like an Arabian horse. It needs to be something quite shaggy, like a pony almost. I mean, this is a better representation of kind of the size difference. Let's go with that. Okay. This is a very serious race, can you tell? Very serious. Let's go with some kind of earthy colours. Maybe with this. No, red doesn't really work. And then the symbol. What the hell's their symbol gonna be? Bones? Being the end of their meal, they are very, very hungry critters. A dog. They start with Tome of the Horde, which are all about warhounds and things. So they just put their pet dog as their crest. Again, very serious.
Your journey begins.
Hi, Chief. Alright, so. Good luck. Verbig probably are human. They're humans who were in the Feywild. So in the similar way that the forest got a lot bigger, so did they. So they're not giants at all, they are human. Yeah. The rampant growth and strange magic of the Feywild, these humans change, their bodies stretching taller, the bones thickening, their hunger increasing. They emerge as Verbig, towering folk standing between human and giant kind. Typically 8 to 10 feet tall, long limbs, less stocky than true giants. Less stocky, that's something we'll need to edit. Because yeah, I kind of agree with that. To humans, elves, and gnomes, the Verbig appear as giant men, dangerous but pitiable, neither wholly monstrous nor entirely free. Stand as a cautionary tale, the price of survival in the Feywild. Magic that saved them cursed them too, leaving them forever caught between worlds. This is really spinning out in a way more interesting manner than I'd kind of imagined. Let's see. Verbig, first great free chieftain. I actually quite like it when it gives two suggestions like this and kind of narrow it down a bit. Thorgar Weird Hand. Again, I kind of like Thorgar Weird Hand, except we're going to spell this. No, more simplistic. Thorgar Bad Hand. Imaginatively named because he has a birth defect. Has his left hand. So actually this character should probably not be a warrior. It should be something else. Maybe a battle saint. I like it. Oh god. Something just fell over in my apartment. Probably on top of the robot. Yep, mirror fell over, but did not smash, thankfully. I really need to actually attach that mirror to the wall instead of just having it leaning. Robots, yeah, I have one of those little vacuum robots because I hate vacuuming. But whenever I do that, I always need to be really careful to remove things from the floor, because it loves just going on a bit of a destructive rampage. Like this. Bad hand. He is leader of the Verbig. And...
Reveal yourself.
So I don't want them to be as stocky as I've been making them. I want them to be big, but not that big. They're not ogres. He's still a giant, so he's still going to be taller than the others. Good.
Your journey begins.
And then we need to come up with their capital city. Stories claim he once tricked an entire hill giant warband into starving by leading them in circles after accidentally dropping pulse trail markers. Sneaky! Grimtholo. Brunt Hollow. Bad rune. Cragfell's kind of interesting. Skarnwick. I like Wick. Grimwick? No, that sounds terrible. Cragfell also makes an interesting one. Rough-hewn settlement built against a jagged cliffside. I kind of like that. Cragfell. Okay, and then the ambition of this guy is... maybe Explorer? Let's make you an Explorer.
What is your ruler's origin?
But we
Reveal
also
yourself.
need to change his class. He's not a warrior. I think we were going to make him a battle saint, right? Yeah.
Your journey.
Okay,
begins.
advanced settings. AI personality. Strategist Warlord, maybe? Yeah, Strategist Warlord. Okay, so that is all of the AI nations added. Now,
Your journey
we need to do our own.
starts here.
So
What
we
is
are
your
human.
pupil's form?
These are the North humans, who are the wildest of the various human kingdoms. had the closest interactions with the Feywild, obviously, but were not themselves affected by the Feywild in the same way as the Verbig. They are more recent migrants, possibly like an early migration wave of the boat humans. And also Rios X, thank you very much for the follow, welcome to the channel. Also, I just realised I don't have YouTube chat. Let's go fix that real quick. Age of Wonders, video link, and shut myself off. And pop out chat. Sorry YouTube, I am here, I am listening. I see, look, my room bird's old. Oh, jeez. You don't need to see all of that. But I tried to maintain as best working order as possible, save me a ton of effort. Try needs to get different skill, not worry. Yes, done already. Okay, so. Would they be defined by mounts? Specifically wolves. I think, maybe. And then possibly pack tactics? I'm making them a little bit too beast influenced here though. But they become werewolves, so it kind of makes sense. I could see them being pretty hardy. Though tough is more of a dwarven trait. Adaptable they could certainly be. Fast recuperation too. So they're durable in terms of how quickly they can recover from injuries as opposed to how long they stay in the fight. It gave you a flaw. Vulnerable to magic because of the Feywild, which would then allow you to also be adaptive. There we go, I think that's interesting. Which is probably how the Drow came to subjugate them.
What is their origin culture?
Now this is where things get tricky, because there are actually a couple of options here that make sense. Feudal does, because they are a feudal society of humans who were separated into warring kingdoms, kind of like Anglo-Saxon England, in which case it would be aristocracy. Also, that does give the nature influence. Although I feel like that's more of a Western human thing, which, remember, the North humans basically become the Western humans. You have the North humans who remain, who become the werewolves, then you have the North humans that flee, who become the West humans. It could be... I've not done anything with those. Harmony, cooperation... Gain relations with free cities and rulers. Vassalizing a conquered city. Start with vassalage instead of tributary. Culture units have harmonized. Become stronger as you gain devotion to the Oath of Harmony. Righteousness. Or strife. I don't think they're strife. Harmony, maybe? Barbarian makes a lot of sense. But I don't think they're as barbaric a faction as the Verbig or the Ogres. Or even the Goblins. I think they are more civilized. Primal, they're not to the same level as Wood Elves or Forest Gnomes. They're not technologically advanced. They're not particularly industrious. They're not dark. Although they could be, actually. Particularly when they come under the control of the Drow, then they would definitely be dark. And they're not mystics. I think of all of these, probably feudal aristocracy makes the most sense. They're not awakened. Either that or Oathsworn. Which is also interesting because we've never used the Oathsworn. Follow a path of righteousness, working to be a positive force for good upon the world. What would they be? They're not necessarily goody two-shoes, but neither are they evil. I would say they definitely trend more on the good side of things. Particularly because they are one of the main forces fighting against the Drow. In which case I think Harmony makes more sense because of their connections to the wild. I think probably Harmony. Let's try Harmony.
What defines their society?
It cannot be fabled hunters. Interesting. Probably adapt settlers. Although they did get pushed back pretty significantly. But they did settle quite a lot as well. Particularly when they went down to the Western humans. All of this North human as well. So yeah, they probably are settlers. I think that makes a lot of sense. Really imperialists. They're not really swarmers. Not particularly seafarers. And we're also on a non-sea map. Cult of Personality is kind of an interesting one. Their heroes become more powerful. +1 hero cap and +3 hero cap for Pantheon heroes. We only have one Pantheon hero, so yeah, that doesn't really work. Not really keepers of knowledge. Maybe talented collectors? I don't really feel like it though. I do kind of wish there were a few more society traits in the game. I don't really get what these do. So maybe cultivators? I think Devious Watchers. They're used to working in the Feywild too.
Choose your first tome of magic.
So, Tome of Evolution gives you a heal, gives you the Slither Hatchlings, which can evolve into something stronger. Rapid Evolution enchantment for those who can evolve. Wyverns also evolve. I think probably Evolution. Because again, the whole thing is about becoming werewolves. Which would also be Tome of the Beast. But I'd like to differentiate them a little bit from the other Feywild denizens. And they don't have any of the resistances to the Feywild's effects of those around them. They're newcomers.
What is your ruler's origin?
Their ruler is definitely a champion.
Reveal yourself.
I always kind of envisioned the ruler of the North Humans to be somebody honestly like Ned Stark. So a warrior or a defender. Maybe a Spellblade. Mix of both. Are we a wooing today? We are indeed a wooing today. And we've only been going for an hour and a half. We haven't started yet. Could also be a ranger. That's true. I'd not really considered him being a ranger. I actually kind of like that idea. Ranger it is. Starting with a bow. Physique. Yeah, a little on the bigger side. Not quite that tall. Maybe a little taller than the others. You are a northerner. Skin decor. Not as much as you have right now. But I could see you having some symbols and things. Sure. back to that one. Much as I hate to say it, you probably are clean shaven. Hair colour. Brown becoming a little lighter. Outfit. Helmet. Definitely a wizard's hat. Bandana. Cape. Actually kind of tempted to just say no cape for you. Yeah, no cape. And then armor color. You guys are still basically Bronze Age. So yeah, you're starting with a bow. He's basically Rambo. Right, then the race. Make you a little bit smaller than usual. Oops. Hair color should be brown. Skin decor similar to your boss. And then colors. Yellow and green with the sigil in the wolf. Because we're subtle. Yellow because yellow's been the color I've been using as their background here. Maybe yellow and black. Yeah, that looks good.
Your journey begins.
Rambo? I'm hilarious. Alright, so next up. I don't think the Nefertine Empire is in this bit. It would be... I actually confirmed which ones I was using. I was still a newbie at ChatGPT at that point. I'm just going to say from further south. river fed from? Yes. Yes, it is. Fed from the heart of the Feywild. North humans would in time become separated. No, would in time be invaded and mostly subjugated by the Rowell Empire. Small holdout kingdoms do remain, who have willingly become infected with lycanthropy as a means to fight back. Meanwhile, those who fled the north have settled another region, becoming in time Western rulers. Helen Thrindor, Roderick Wildstride is a great name. Brenor sounds a bit too dwarven. Carries twin short bows. That makes no sense. How's he going to use those? Holds one in each hand and pulls the string with his teeth? That's a terrible idea. There we go. Yeah, so I do quite like Roderick Wildstride. That works for me. The Oathbound Manlings. These are the North humans. And what is to be the mighty capital of the Northern humans? I hear you ask. I never filled this out for the Verbig. I need to do that. Which actually is one of the last holdouts. NH1 never gets conquered. NH5 is the lycanthrope kingdom, like the really big lycanthropes. NH1 sits on the river Delta. Oops, the right thing. I want that one. Sits in the river. Actually, you know what? Let's define a little more about this river that flows through their territory. Fed by the many tributaries throughout the Feywild. Therwin, flowing heart of the wildlands. I actually really like that too. The Therwin River. Feyrion. What about Feywin? Dunthar, Feyhold, no. Rivendell. Riverdale? Could be Riverdale. Although I feel like Riverdale would be further north. The city was initially built in a swamp, but this was drained to create some of the most fertile agricultural land in the known world. Although this was late. Please give some more suggestions. Marlborough. Better. I like it. What about if we got rid of the Y and just made it Marlborough? Marlborough. Brian is in C, because it is on the coast. Melbourne City. Melbourne. Yeah, it could be like the... Oh, now this is interesting. What if the waters of the Feywin were green? Fed by the Feywild as they are. So you basically have a constant layer of algae growing on top, which is actually what fertilizes everything around it as it settles. The Feywin River tends to be of greenish colour thanks to all the life growing on the surface fed by the Feywild's magics. This falls off as it leaves the Feywild, fertilizing the what's it called? Floodplains. What if it was a nod to the emerald colour? Baymarsh. Kind of like Feymar. Femerwick. Femerholm. Femerfell. Femerstead. Femerstead feels smaller though. Femerfell. Now what if we got rid of the Y? Femerfell. think it would have to be slow moving for algae to grow. No, not necessarily. Wild magic. Instead fell forward. I'm a ford. You would not find a ford here. Somerville. Chester. Castle. Those are Roman-inspired names, though. Famaborough. I'm trying to think of like actual English names and the second part of it. Like Manchester, Lancaster, Middlesbrough. Manchester. Lancaster. Famawick. Famawick. Is it better with the Y or without? Famaric. Famaric. I like it. Perfect. Alright, we got there eventually. Alright, and this guy is a glory seeker? Although he could also be an instructor. Ranking up units. Oh man, an instructor of a feudal army where your units do actually level up would be really strong. I'm still not convinced by them being Oathsworn as opposed to feudal. Because with feudal your units are evolving as well. So the experience gain becomes more important. No, that's Western humans. Let's not conflate the two, even though they become them. Roderick Wildstride of Famaric.
Your journey starts here. What is your people's
You
form?
forgot to do the advanced settings. The AI personality, the most important bit. Oh, he can't be a devious spy. Probably chivalrous diplomat. Or reserved isolationist. Or protective sage. No, I think reserved isolationist is you. Alright, I think maybe we're nearly ready to actually start this game. It's only been 2 hours. This is fine. Right, I want to turn off score victory. Right, and we also need to update the world anvil. This is what I was trying to remember I needed to do. With the Verbig and the North humans. Okay, so the Verbig town. Does it say here?
Your journey starts here. What
Your
is your
throne
people's
city
form?
was called Cragfell. Here. Fortified village built on the side. I don't know why it keeps on doing this where it jumps to the top of the screen. It only does this in World Anvil. And then the North Human City was called... Let's do the Verbig leader first. Thorgar, Bad Hand. Left hand is mutilated. Has a birth defect. Which is useless. Therefore, he relies more on wit than strength to lead his 3 people. And then the North humans.
Reveal yourself. What is your ruler's origin? Your journey begins.
Roderick
Your journey
Wildstride.
starts here. What is your people's form? Your journey begins.
Roderick Wildstride. Ranger King of the North Humans. That's basically all we know about him. And then the capital is Famaric. Built in the... So whenever I type too fast, the swampy river delta river delta. Name is a blend of a marsh And then actually one other thing we do need to add here is a new landmark, which is the Baywin River. River fed by tributaries in the Feywild, which emerges the North Human Coast. It is really hard to force yourself to actually spell slower. Or to type slower, rather. Alright. Those should all be saved. Givreth is on AI hard, everything else is normal, which is what I wanted. ChatGPT makes great stories if you input the right parameters. Yeah, we've been using it to really good effect in all of this, actually. I love it as kind of a brainstorming tool. Coming up with names and backstories and that type of thing, with guidance, of course. It's the type of thing I could probably do if I was just lying in bed going, it's just quicker. I don't think I want to change any of the other settings. I want the drow to be hard, I want everyone else to be normal. And then us. Roderick Wildstride. Let's go. Yes. Man. Alright. 2 hours and 5 minutes, plus the time I spent yesterday building the Wood Elves, the Drow, and the Rock Gnomes. So we made 3 races yesterday, we made 3 races today, and now we can finally start the game. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain. Prepare to face your rivals, become the master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders. Starting magic. So we do actually start with Wayfinder enchantment, which is very nice. So first things first, we should probably... Oh, it's already active. Even better. Oh, probably because we started with the sneaky scout things. I would like, I think, to start with Slither hatchlings. We can start some of those leveling up. And this looks like a pretty decent starting spot. It's not on a river, but that's fine. So the army of Roderick has a bunch of... Oh no, it has one Wayfarer, which we're going to use for exploring as well. And our Wayfarers are invisible, so they don't need to worry about being attacked by infestations and stuff. Unless we're right next to somebody. Which is really nice. What is that? Angelic Envoy. It's being guarded by 160 combat strength. We have 330, so I think that's probably a pretty good starting spot to go and attack and get some experience going. Although they are both tier 2s. And also, I still have a bunch of tea left that I made earlier. It's getting rather cold now, though. Mmm. Delicious. Okay, so who do we have in our army? We have the Sworn Guard. Melee Strike, Defense Mode, Charge Resist. Fast Recuperation, First Strike, and they Harmonize. We are neutral. So if we go below 60% hit points, we heal temporary hit points. We gain devotion by having a city of another race, having a vassal of another race, clearing an infestation, clearing an ancient wonder, making a truce and forgiving a grievance. We lose devotion by starting a war, raising a hostile city, migrating a city, or fabricating grievances. Okay. Then we have a Vow Keeper, who is a support. Purging Blast. Sustains damage, loses a positive status effect. Enfeebling Howl. Becomes weakened. Vow of Purification. Negative status effects removed. Gains 3 status protection. Vow of Healing is a heal, which is really helpful. Warding, fast recuperation, the usual stuff. We are pack hunters as well. Our leader is actually mounted from the start of the game, which is useful. And then we have Honor Blades, who are also mounted. And also have the Enfeebling Howl. Oh, it also does damage. It's not. They are high maintenance. They have a Warhound, right? The Houndmaster summoned to that. Yeah! Alright, what's your range? 12. What's that? Command. Regains all of his action points. Oh. Strike a target, enter defense mode. That's nice. What are these? Distracting. Units passing through or ending will become distracted for a turn. Distracting means that every attack against you will count as flanking. And you can immediately attack me, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off. Do something like this. Mess that up. But you basically kill them in one go. Which is good. You could kill them, although you could also shoot at them. Or you could heal somebody. Then we have counter stance, friendly units in a 1 hex radius gain, first strike, extra retaliation, defensive masters, and then a heal. And units who evolve have double the effect. Unit always enters defense mode at the end of its turn. Okay, that's nice. So super defensive ability. Okay. Hey, True Hollywood. And I guess they went below 60% hit points, so they automatically healed. You're a large creature and you're about to get stabbed by spearmen. Enjoy that. And I think you... How about I use you to charge them and flush them out of that defensive spot? Which hopefully makes you more susceptible to my archer, though not really. I'm too far away. I could get there and take one shot at you. I think what I would rather do is move to here. Shoot you. Kill them. Oh, you're just out of range though. Damn it. Well, I can drop a heal here. I think that'll be useful. And they critted me too. Ouch. Okay, so I'm going to try and get in behind them and hopefully they teleport this way. Yeah, good enough. Okay, you'll at least get 2 shots. Because you've already teleported, you don't get to teleport again. And there we are, victory! Huzzah! When you approach the angel's body, a soul rises from it. Its voice, warm as sunshine, says, "Well met, Wayfarer. What you see at your feet is my body, which could not bear the hardships of my imprisonment. But now my eternal soul is free. Your actions have brought peace to this unfortunate angel. Allow me to bestow upon you a parting gift. Healing to those who bled for your salvation. And this makes me more good aligned, which is actually what we want. That didn't actually give me any devotion. Okay. You can continue exploring. As can you. Swearstone, that is a free city. Alignment's gone from neutral to good. Oath Warden Quinn Lightlunge of the Free City of Swearstone greets you with a ceremonial greeting of his North humans. We celebrate your arrival, Roderick Khan. Your balanced stance informs me that you, like us, are guided by harmony. Let us renew our oaths in each other's presence. May it offer a strong foundation for both of our houses. What business do you have with Swearstone? How may our aspirations benefit yours, and yours mine? I will send you a Springstone. And Famarek needs to build something. So a training hall gives money and draft. Interesting. Workshop gives draft and production. Storehouse has more food for faster city growth. And we have 3 turns until the city expands. Let's go with the workshop. And let's also get another 2 wayfarers to make up for the problem that we had last time of not exploring fast enough. That one's a bit easier. If we go down there. take us 2 turns to get there, but that's okay. We also want to be on the lookout for another city, because we want to start settling cities way freaking earlier than I did last time. Let's have a good look around. Get there this turn. Disappointed! There's a decent number of resources around here, but Swearstone's going to grab that. There's an umbral connector thing. Do get another way with Farah next turn, which I think we'll probably send northwards. Okay, so all of these are charges, which strongly suggests that I place you in as choke pointy a position as possible. To absorb the hit. So the alligators are going around this way, but that's okay. If I have them fighting you, I'll be able to come out the top. Counter stance for 1 turn, gain first strike after retaliation. Defensive measures. You'll be able to reach me next turn, you will not. No. No matter where you go, you can't hit anything. Oh, 2 of you have decided to come up this way, which is very interesting. So anyway, started blasting. Ooh, great. 2, 3. You had like 90% chance of hitting, didn't you? Now what I think I'm going to do is counter stance you, which means you'll hit back twice. Range. What you can do is come over here. Shoot him. To weaken them a bit. Charge denied. Charge denied. Beautiful amount of damage done there. Lovely, lovely. Then you can attack them. You could do slightly less damage and then be even tankier for when they counterattack you. Let's hit them because they're going to do more damage. And I think I probably do want to drop a heal. You. Retaliation is really hard. Wow. Oh, that's because your defenses have been sundered. Which you could have undone with the Vow of Purification. Let's drop a heal on you, which also strengthens you and lets you hit much harder. That's better. So if you attack me now, you die. Much better. Where do we get retaliation? Weird. Now you... You could do. Let's hit both of them with your roar, which will weaken them too. Actually, you could do the same, although that doesn't really affect them as hard. You can go ahead and kill them. Beautiful. And then you can kill him. Kill him. Oh, that's a recharge. Okay, good to know. We definitely took some hits there. Ring of Endurance. Status resistance. I'll take it. And we leveled up as well. So you are... I mean, you're mounted, so you could actually be pretty mobile. Snapshot just gives you a free shot every other turn. And that's an AoE. This just gives you a whole stacking bunch of crit attacks. This increases your defensiveness, but also increases your damage. Snapshot knocks back. I don't think I'll ever want a knockback ability. Snapshot cancels defense mode and retaliation. That is nice. This is really between the sniper shot, which I do think is better if you're standing still and shooting as opposed to running around and shooting. I quite like the horse archer system. Decisive command is really good for mortal champions. Grants a unit a free extra round for free when in range of the ruler. Yeah, actually I wanted to take a look at that. Is there a way of doing it for free? There is. No, you're right. This is really strong. We'll take that. Good call. You start at level 1. 210, 250, 270, 160. That one would be relatively easy. Really do with small troops. You're going to move up north. Take a look around up there. Oh, it looks like it's just thick forest. I mean, it's the Feywild, so it does kind of make sense. I'm thinking another city over here, possibly already. Pastures and pastures. Yeah, set up like here. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's start setting up another city already. Oop, that's somebody over there. Let's find out who that is. Who are my immediate neighbours? I've sent you in the wrong direction. You should be going this way. Squarestone has expanded. And Famaric has built the workshop. So next up, I think I would like for you to get me a storehouse. So we can get that food production going. Yes. Alright, Famaric can expand. And let's see, we've got production there. We have got forest down here. And here, and here, and here. There is a gold mine there. Iron there, nothing there. Nothing there. Pastures there. We want to get the pastures first, so let's grab that. So we can get this city growing more quickly. Slither hatchlings are now available. I would very much like to have the Enchanted Crow Companion. That would be amazing. And can I now make slithers? I can. I think I will. So there. Oh yeah, this is looking like a good city spot. Is that Umbral? That might be. No roads going out this way. There's an entrance to the Underdark, the first one that we've seen. The Underworld, I should say. A lot of Umbral connections, apparently. Yes, I think I'm going to send you south. Just to uncover what's down here. It was an Umbral area, I was right. So we might be dealing with attackers coming from below. Basically next door to my city here. Empire development skill available. Founding or absorbing cities takes less time. Newly founded or absorbed cities gain extra population. But I think I want to save my Imperium for this first city to turn it into a city. Earth is this? Blessed. Serene aura can be felt in the surrounding terrain. Cities annexing this province gain extra stability. Interesting. But there's also an astral void right next door. Feel safe. Safe hunt. $300 combat strength guarding that. I think right now that's probably too difficult. Yeah, Wayfind Thera in 1 turn and then you in 4. Yeah, there's not much I can do about you in the meantime. What I can do is like this. Magically charged. Standing adjacent to a magically charged object will grant you lightning damage on attacks. Destroying it will deal damage to adjacent. Okay, so you've got alligators again and you've got hellhounds. Neither of you are chargers. But I would very much like to have some of this magic charge. There you can't get. Use status protection because you may get burned. Alright, bring the pain. Standing there, they do also get the lightning. Standing here, you don't. Target them. That's not ideal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by shooting you. Unfortunately, I can't use this. I really dislike the fact you can't use that except at the start of your turn. But you should be able to kill them. You here. Shoot them. Good. Minimal damage taken there, which I heartily approve of. Let's go and stand back on top of this, because next turn it becomes an outpost and then we start healing faster. Let's see, this just leads to those things. That infestation is still asleep. There are some goodies around, though, that I can pick up. Hey, Woozy Jack. Decaying defences. Quinn Light Lunge appears before you, concerned about the defences of Swearstone. Grand Master Roderick Wildstride, I have long been impressed by your feats of construction and humbly ask for your help. My building plans have seen some delays, and now Swearstone's defences are falling behind. With rising tensions in the realm, I fear my city will not withstand a siege were such a thing to happen. So I can support you, which would stop me from building anything for 4 turns, which at the start of the game is horrible. I could give you 114 gold. Oh no, you give me 114. Or I say no. I'm not blocking my production for 4 turns. Sorry. Not on turn 7. Later in the game I might have gone for it. Right now though? Hell no! This is what I don't like about the maps with Umbral connections. There are so many of them. I probably should have done the subdued Umbral. We have another scout, which can go this direction, I think. And now we're getting the Slither hatchling. And after the storehouse we can get the training hall. And we do have an outpost. So we could turn this into a city in 3 turns, which is what I think I want to do. Yes. Next turn you hit 230, 255, 183. So I could go and fight that. As long as I can get out of the corrupted land afterwards. To make sure I can heal again. Is this the first time trying Oathsworn? It is, yeah. Range of 4. Pursuers. Call of the Weak. So high chance of weakening, more damage against weak. Loses negative status effects and heals. Man, you have a lot of upgrades already. Higher crit chance, frost damage. Do you gain buffs on the Umbral Malady? Yeah. So I'm going to be in your range, basically regardless of where you move to. What's this? Explosive and flimsy. Okay. Meanwhile, that's obscuring and slowing, which is probably better. Making them come towards me is going to mean that they get less shots off, and then I can reach them the following turn. So I'm just going to let them. You get 1 free shot. What I'm giving you, because I'm generous. Got to. Fine. But I think I can clear that with this. I'm going to clear that effect because you're a big damage dealer and I need you hitting stuff. It's going to be risky standing in the explosive. Let's hold off. Get in between both. Maybe I should have shot this. Ooh, hang on. Do again. Mostly wanted them in defense stance so they could resist more of the damage. Oh, they did not move. Interesting. You can kill them. They're not going to counterattack because melee, though they do have the retaliate, the damage reflection thing, the blobby, the jiggy thingy. Gotcha! Okay, that really wasn't terrible. Oh, unfortunately you can't get out of this though. Shit. And you three could. There's no reason for me to be taking extra damage there. When I could just be healing. And we're still close enough to be fighting against whatever problems may arise. Well, the tower, take it. First being founded, yep. Wayfarer's been thingamabobbied, yep. Pamaric can expand again. I think this time I would love to have the quarry. So that we can be building things a bit more quickly. And Bossman leveled up again. This time, I think I'm going to take the damage. Because it's just useful.
Huzzah!
What do the boat humans deal? Haven't done anything with boat humans, these are the North humans. Their deal is... they are quite in tune with nature because they are from just south of the Feywild. And... later on, they become werewolves. How exactly that's going to be mirrored in this, I don't know. So they've taken the Tome of Transformation, basically so they can evolve into different things, because of the magics of the Feywild effectively corrupting their form. Back to cooperation. Good news, everyone! Discovered Suncourt Peaks. Contrary to the cold magic of the focus crystal, litherite emits a pulsing warmth. Perhaps this is why the ancient giant kings picked this material for the creation of the litherine creatures. Even though those are fairly common, large clusters of the material itself are rare. When the sun catches the crystal peaks, it is truly a sight to behold. Edward Portsmouth, Advanced Report on Mana Infusion. So provinces adjacent to this landmark gain knowledge and mana, allows the construction of conduit, elemental attunement, combat enchantment. City with 3 provinces unlocks recruitment of litherine units and gains world map casting and combat casting. Interesting. Well, I think we may have just found the location of our 3rd city. Probably. So in other words, we should send our army north. I thought someone might attack me. It's fine. We can deal with this. So probably one of the earliest things we need to build in this new city is going to be palisades. Those we've seen before. Spirit Hawks have accursed armor. That's it, really. Ooh, loads of defense. That's not ideal, because the only magic damage I have is you. Actually drop. This is a heal though. Let's drop a heal on you. I should have turned you as well, because I'm just come out this way. In fact. You went for the support, right? And all of my people are in solid defenses at the moment. How about he does that again? Alright, so they're almost dead, and in fact, you can finish them, so please do. Beautiful. We are going to get 3 shots off against them with their backs turned. Oh, you missed one. Because we're sitting in the foliage and they're at maximum range, I believe. So first of all, let's dump a heal. You two. You can get into their face. You can also get into their face. This recharges in 2 turns. Bit of a heal on them. Onwards! Are they all werewolves, or are there other kinds like werebears? Yeah, most likely other kinds as well. And Atomarius coming in with a 31-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Atomarius. So you messed up their attack, which is good. You can get to here and still take 2 shots, which may kill them. It will. Beautiful! So yes, that hurt, but it was not terrible. Prestigious statue. Grant me Imperial. Alright, let's let you heal up. 2 turns you get the Slither Hatchling. At which point you can probably try to clear out the other thing over there. That's another infestation, but I'm invisible. Wow, this void area is huge. I thought it was going to be just like a little chasm or something, but it absolutely is not. Take a look down here. So this is all mostly mountains, although there is a bit of a connection over on that side. But if I were to build a city, I would be in kind of a dangerous location here. Also quite a long way from home. I think it might be better to build like a city here and then a city over here. Sure. Meanwhile, you got the storehouse, so your population should grow faster now, which is good. What effects do you give as a governor? Farms give extra food. New population is faster. Population grants extra gold, mana and knowledge. Units are cheaper to get at tier 4. Cool, cool, cool. Am I playing with any mods? No, I am not. And thank you very much for the follow, Alex. Appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. $72 against 310. It's mostly just because I have a whole bunch of different creatures. We did, however, get the enchanted crow companion. Next up, let's get rapid evolution enchantment. Would be really nice. Gives them slip away and more experience gain, which means they can get to the stage where they can evolve faster. Wait there for another turn. Unless there's some easy targets for me to get in this area. The answer to that is not really. I don't like just sitting here doing nothing, but we are healing too. We start the enchanted crow going. You get the slither next turn, but it's also going to take us a little bit of time to get here. Goal here is to take as little damage as we can. Two fighters, a skirmisher and a charger. Okay. Thankfully their young caustic worms are really slow. Alright, come at me, bro. That is not what I was expecting them to do. I was expecting the griffins to shoot at them, and for the wyverns to go for the spearmen. Interesting. Now, remind me, do I have... Fast recuperation, adaptable, white wolf mounts. Although those who are mounted do have it. Yes, pack hunter. So I should really have you over there supporting them so they can do more damage. Are you large? You look like you'd be large. I want to get into the face of the chargers to stop them charging anything. So it's very open to grab the flag stick. But that's okay, because I do actually have a method behind my madness here. No! I just screwed it up. Because now I can't use the damn ability. God damn it! I wonder if there's a mod that changes that. So you can actually use these zero action abilities on their own. We'll probably attack here. Maybe we'll try and flank here. You're going to flank here. You're going to shoot him and hurt a lot. Drop a heal on you. Absorb some of the damage you're inevitably going to take now. You know how I was saying my main goal of this battle was to not take damage? Yeah, that didn't happen. That really didn't happen. Bugger. Ooh, really? Okay, I did not expect that. too much. So I pack Hunter because of the wolf. So... Ah, because you get 2 attacks on them and they are... So we'll drop a heal on everybody. You're going to attack them, so they lose their retaliate. You're going to attack them, so they lose their retaliate. Which then frees you up to back the heck off. And re-enable them. Doing it in the right order this time. You attack them, really chop them up. Nice. You go ahead and kill the worms. So the griffin is still going to hit them, most likely quite hard. You pretty much have to attack them who are healed. It could drop another heal on you. Just to make sure you don't take the extra damage. I think I will. For the moment, I have a lot of mana, so I may as well use it. There we go. Okay, I didn't see that coming. That's okay. Use you to kill him. No matter where I go. Same with you. But here at least we have all the pack animals together. And then we started blasting. Drop a heal on you, so you can absorb the extra damage. And that's all the heal spells I have. That's fine, you only chunked your way through his health. And again, you here, you here. But now you're far easier to hit. There we go. Yeah, I took way more damage there than I would have liked to. Why don't I use the wolf skill at cast weakness? Because I wanted to just do damage here. But yeah, probably should have. Didn't fight that one very well. Wand of Inversion. Don't use wands. Then I think I'm going to have to do what I did previously and just move you guys separately into town. So at least you'll get most of the healing done. Thankfully I took the fast recuperation trait. We do get the Slither Hatchling next turn. It will take 2 turns for us to get over here to then attack this unit. At that point the city will be built too. And there we are, second city done. Slither hatchling's on his way. Meanwhile, in Famaric, I need to build something else, because he also finished the training hall. The only thing that's boosted right now is the shrine, but we're about to get some other things. The granary wants 2 foresters, the blacksmith wants 2 quarries, the stonemason wants 2 farms. We already have 1 farm. So I'm thinking second farm. And then we can get the Hall of Devotion or the Stonemason. I think, honestly, right now, I kind of want the Hall of Devotion so I can get that draft going faster to build up his army. Honor Blade, looking quite good. Right, then Flag Spire immediately wants to expand. We're going to grow into the pasture even though we can't use it yet. We still get some of the food, we just don't get the pasture food. Could fight you. I think we probably will. Meanwhile, you're still exploring. Let's just go around here and grab the goodies. What kind of vote spawn are we? We are Harmony. So I really should start trying to clear some infestation soon, because that's going to be one way of gaining harmony points. Get 15 for that. Clearing wonders would also help. Unfortunately, the city and the vassal of other races is going to be difficult, because the nearest free city is our race. There are not many free cities on this map, which means we'll basically have to be taking cities from the other factions. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so they have a troll, which is tier 2. They also have the vampire spiders. Wait. The griffin's tier 2. So I guess it charges the new land 2 tiles behind. Interesting. God, you're fast moving. Ooh, fighters. Nothing ranged. Go on then, see what you got. Nothing is apparently what you've got. You can't reach me. You can. You definitely can't. I don't think they'll attack me this time. What I will do is drop the heal, because it will recharge after this. That's fine. I'd be tempted to do counter stance as well. But like I said, I don't think they're going to attack me this time. But that's okay. Right, well, there's clearly one big creature here. which the pikemen want to be fighting. And then we have the fighters. Which I think... No, if you attack that, then you have it back to them. We'll get an attack of opportunity from him. But I'm kind of okay with that. And you go ahead and give them a second turn. So they can double down the damage on the troll. If you go there, you can actually wolf howl against all of them. There's your weakness.
Hmm.
70% chance of killing. Take those odds. No! Oh, that's so unlucky. And you do it. Alright, so one down. We are definitely going to get attacked, so I think I want to do counter stance on everyone. Okay. We automatically went into defense stance, which means we can't be flanked. Does Wolf Howl hit friendlies? Good question. No. Well, you can certainly start turning around and whacking them. You can go for that. We're going to take an attack of up. No, no, you're not. Still want to move you back. Most scary unit on the field right now is probably you. You are going to take an attack of opportunity from him, but so be it. If you can kill the big bird, that would be nice. Alright, then we are, all three of you, in danger of being flanked, so I think it's time for another counter stance. Unfortunately, you didn't get impacted by it, but you should just be fighting the spider. Like morale fumble helps. Don't seem to be getting the extra retaliation from this. So we should be. So you only hit back once. How to do this? Need to have a way of pulling the king back, because he's looking a bit injured. As long as I don't move you, you can heal. It is an AoE. I think I just take that one. Because now we're all together and you can heal everyone. And you still have 2 moves left with which you can most likely do a lot of damage to them. Which will allow you to kill. Freeing them up. Put a flank in against these guys. And lock them in place too. And I do still have an action of my own. Which I don't have to use. And I don't think I will. I'm going to save the mana. They are running? No, support. That's fine. You didn't do a lot of damage. In fact, you didn't even break through their healing. My turn. We took a lot of damage though, which is not ideal. But we also heal quite a bit. He'll join us next turn and then we go and fight the 5. But we took a bit of a beating there. But we also leveled up. So you're level up. Initiative Chaos gives you a higher crit chance, which I do really like. Shadow gives you better flanking. You are mounted and you're an archer, which means you're going to be in a position to flank quite a bit. Which is why I kind of want to give you Snapshot. Every other turn you get a free shot. Cannot be used while an enemy is under control. I was wondering if you could use the knockback to knock people back. Otherwise, Initiate of Nature would give me more hit points. Also gives me Pack Leader. So all animals will have Flanker, Upkeep, Reduction, Defense, and Resistance. I have a fair number of animals. Probably. I'm gonna go with nature. I'll give you Pack Leader. And then you got... Oh, it's not a weapon. May as well carry it then. Right, and you have another level up too. I kind of want to wait on these choices until I know for sure what weapon I'm going to be using longer term. Because if this guy's mounted, I'm kind of tempted to try and get him like one of those snapshot weapons. In which case, Key Nature is just always applicable. 20% more crit chance. Yeah, the tattoos are really cool, aren't they? I don't usually go for like body paint on units, but for these ones I did. All of them have it. Right, Enchanted Crow Companion is done. So we get the extra vision on my scouts. Speaking of whom, we should move them. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen any of our compadres yet. So we did see somebody down here. Which I really meant to go and check out who that was exactly. Next turn we can get another hero too. Right, Flagspire needs to build some stuff. Get the workshop so we can get that production income coming in. Oh, you built this instantly. I actually said I wanted you to get Palisades as soon as possible, and that still holds true. Because of how close to the Umbral thing you are. Could have had you training somebody. That was a mistake. High stakes! During diplomatic negotiations, Oathwarden Quinn Lightlunge of Swearstone invites you to a game of high stakes Wizards and Kings. Very soon it becomes clear that the Oathwarden is not up to the intricacies of the game meant to be played by Godir. What should have been a pleasant way to exchange favours slowly turns into diplomatic disaster, as Quinn grows more and more frustrated with every move you make. You could easily have beaten him, but perhaps there are more important things at stake than winning this small victory. Beat him. Gain the gold. Flatter his ego. Or humiliate him. No, I'd like them to reach the Pact of Loyalty. Ooh, but I lose 159 ducats for this. That's only 12 allegiance, that's not per turn. Nah, I'm still going to beat you. Alright, we're at 358 strength now. Against the 310. If we waited just one more turn, we would be at full strength. And let's get another slither hatchling here. We can also hire another hero. I don't think I particularly want the Warlock. A Ranger or a Ritualist. Ritualist would be a really good choice, actually. We do have the money to hire one of these two if we wanted to. They're also North humans. I don't particularly want either a Scholarly or Arcane Governor, however. Agricultural Governor would be amazing. You're a raider, but we can hopefully get you to change that in time. So I think we're going to go with another Ranger character. And now if we waited another turn, we would have two heroes here. Probably be a good move. We're just one tile short. Right, and then you can become the governor here, which will help you grow because you're gaining extra food for each farm. We'll wait one turn. It's fine. Probably. Mother Ash and Father Oak. Seeing quite a few gold wonders, which will be of use later. Not using you. I don't like it. Okay, now we have a combat strength of 600, so we should be good here. We're also fully healed. Let's do this! We have some catching up work to do. But I do also kind of feel like we've been more aggressive in this game than we usually are. That's a lot of fighters. Crikey. We have 2 close combat characters. Most dangerous unit, probably you, followed by you, followed by you. How to get the best coverage here. So we're pretty well protected on that flank. You have 3 wolf characters around you, so you're going to do a lot of damage when you can actually reach anything. They could put someone there, which means you can't shoot anymore, though, which would be problematic. Let's see what happens. Okay, pretty much as I had expected, although actually there's a lot of critters here for a lot of wolf owls. It only takes 1 action to get down. Oh, it's still got it. Good. Alright, so 1 creature down, and we actually did a shit ton of damage to everything else. You've still not moved. We'll foul those 2. I think that's a good idea. We'll foul those 2. That was effective. Cool. Let's go and turn on the defenses for all of you. How's it going? This battle's going quite well. Oh, critted me. Now, you're in the way of my archer, but I can clear you out with the... Oh, no, maybe I can't. Kill you with him. Move you around the back here. Smack them. And I could have you do that again. Which frees you up to shoot those fools. Just straight up attack them, yeah, do it. 1. Counter attack. 2. That went so much better than I expected. Yeah, it turns out the mass wolf howls are quite impressive. And now we get a boar mount. No, wolf mounts we have are better. Cool. So flag spire, the next time you have something to build. Actually, I won't expand, but we'll take build as well. Umbral Gate. Probably don't want to take that. What I probably want to do is take the quarry. Yeah. And now you're getting the extra food from the pasture, which you weren't previously. It doesn't look like there's anything spreading stuff down here. It's not one of the umbral hauntings, whatever the hell they're called. Does the campaign map get randomly generated? Yes, I believe so. You could absolutely go after that. Except you would then be stuck in... Well, she would be stuck in the umbral area. The rest of you could back off again. There's more pastures up there. There's a lot of stuff around here. And actually the other thing I should probably try to do is clear this out. But we're more than capable. Let's kill them first. 2 archers, 1 melee, 2 battle mages. We haven't been up against battle mages before. Do need to be a bit careful with my support though, she is a bit injured. So what do you do? Ceaseless cacophony. So you instill a fumble chance. Nothing really crazy special. You just have a lot of defense, wow. Change my formation much. Come at me, bro. See what you do. Okay. So you've bunched together. I have 4 people who can wolf howl. There are some pretty good spots from which to do wolf howling. That's one being there. As strong, but still good enough. Problem is you not getting close enough, but I think what we'll do is we'll send you flanking. You're at least in a position we can shoot. Let the wolf howls begin! It also weakens them. But wait, there's more. Hit them again. Who's going to do more damage? That's a good question. 6, 12, 18. Same. I am vulnerable to magic, so let's have you chop them up. Real good. Ooh, you fumbled me. Your cacophony has taken effect already. Well, hopefully the slithers can kill you. Beautiful! Now you can howl as well. Okay, that was a pretty powerful opener. Now, do I want to counter stance? Maybe? These spells really are incredibly cheap compared to the ones I used to use with the elves. Let's counter stance you. Makes us immune to flanks. Yeah, see, this is not giving... You have an extra intimidation. Oh, it's only giving... Oh, you missed. That's good. I need to read this spell again. Ah, it's because the archer, the ranger, the support are ranged units. They don't get retaliation anyway. So it doesn't just give them a retaliation, it's only extra. So if you already have one, you get another. First strike is always useful, then defensive masters means that you always enter defense mode, which means that you're immune to flanking. And also gives you extra defenses. So it's pretty powerful for that. Let's have you shoot them. Freeze my boss up to shoot something else. Closer. And then more guaranteed to kill them. Beautiful. Which leaves you free to kill them. And leaves you free to kill them. This was a way easier battle than I expected. And the rest of you get back into friendly territory and we start healing up rapidly. Unfortunately you lose a little health, but that's okay. Black Spire meanwhile has a palisade, which is awesome. So yes, you go ahead and get that boosted workshop, that'll be lovely. So we will have 2 turns to reinforce Flag Spire should it be attacked by anything coming out the Umbral Gate. And both of my people leveled up. So this is Roderick, the boss man. I still don't know. I think I'm always going to have a free reset, so I'm going to go with Snapshot now. And we may change that later depending on what weapons we actually unlock. And you also leveled up. You basically have the same choices. Going to start you off with the extra damage though. Okay, time to Scooter Boot. And we don't have anyone going out this way, do we? No. So I'll send you in that direction. I want to see who my neighbour is. large monster down there. Another ruler! Diplomatic interactions have not been triggered, and the other ruler is unaware of your presence. You can choose to engage with them and meet them or remain concealed. Message will only be shown once. Remaining concealed means that you will need to meet the ruler through other means or by standing adjacent. No, I'm going to meet them. Hi! Well met, Grand Master Roderick Wildstride. I am High Chief Thorgar Badhand. Prove your strength to me and we may yet conquer this realm together. So we found the Verbigs. I'm not going to send you a gift. I'm just... Ooh. So is this where you're based? Yes, this is. Okay. So this might be the Wood Elves. Interesting. Okay, Flag Spire. Yeah, you've already done all your things. There's loot there, which we never got. Oops. You're healing up. You're recruiting an Honor Blade. You're recruiting a Slither Hatchling. Speaking of that, how are these guys doing for levels? You're a Soldier, which is the first tier. Veteran, Elite, Champion, and then Legend, at which point you become a Slither. At Champion level, you become a Brawler, which means... extra hit points and extra defense. Okay. In the Vow of Healing. Ah! Let me get it. No! Come on! Stay there. Right, is there a setting for this? There's got to be a setting for this. Tooltip. Yeah, that's when it appears. Because the other Paradox games, there's a hotkey you can usually press which keeps the tooltip up. I missed faction creation. What is a Verbig? Verbigs are giant humans, basically. So they are humans who fled into the Feywild while it was still super magically active. And similar to the Feywild being chaotic life growing mega fast, same thing happened to the humans who became Verbig. Crossbow and sword, pistol and sword are skirmisher weapons rangers can use on mounts. As for pure ranged, everything else except mage locks can be used on a mount. Yeah, the thing I'm trying to decide with my ruler is whether to make him a weapon and sword character or a pure archer character. I just don't know yet. I remember being really frustrated in TK3 until I realised the tooltip hotkey existed, you know, which is what I'm looking for now, but it doesn't necessarily look like it exists. Although there was a key binding, so we go. Not seeing it though. So I'm not seeing it. Let's check. Almighty Google. Age of Wonders 4. Let's Stick. Tooltip. Hotkey. Locked in. Yeah. You can press shift or left click to keep the tooltip in place. Oh yeah. Cool. Heals an additional 15 temporary hit points. Oh, that's nice. So your Vow of Healing will go from 25 to 40. That's a huge heal. AoE too. Usable every 3 turns. Interesting. What was your champion medal? Said it was either shift or... Nah, shift's not working. You just need to be lucky. For yours is crit chance. Okay. Right. I think I'm actually going to end the stream here. I'm getting a bit tired, and I want to get something to eat because I'm getting hungry. It's been 4 hours, so thank you everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit the follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this and you would like to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content, or you can of course check out the Patreon at patreon.com/MordredViking. If you're on the YubTubs watching at the moment, you can find us at twitch.tv/MordredViking, or if you're on the Twitch and you want to see us on the YubTubs, then it's youtube.com/MordredViking. Cool. And if you're on YouTube, all the stuff I'm talking about is in the description below as well. We do have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it's always a pleasure to see some new faces there, so come join us. Say hello. You will be more than welcome. You'll also see a bit more about the process of building the Prim Essence world, which these Age of Wonders games do contribute to quite heavily. I should be streaming next weekend. I'm just going to double check. Make sure. Next weekend, the 13th and 14th. Yeah, I think so. So we'll see each other then. Until that time, bye-bye.